Okay guys, so today's video is going to be an absolute banger. We're putting Spencer to the works. My name's Stephen Scullion, I'm an Irish Olympic marathon runner. I'm coaching Spencer to run Tours 45 for the marathon. He currently runs Tours 57. Today we're doing some hard VO2 max reps. It's about 34 degrees Celsius. It's a little sort of gravel, like sort of path loop, but let's see how he gets on. Fifth rep there was difficult for Spencer. What's wrong? Sick?
Fuck! Quite fast. My tongue's literally stuck to my mouth.
We're into this final rep.
Why does this keep pausing you? Is it just 6 times 800? I thought it was 8.
Do you want to do it?
Oh, now that you're recording, maybe.
I'm so tough, I'm ready for it. Nah, it is 6. Spencer's going to get some supplies, some water, some Lucozade after our mini emergency in the park the other day.
Felt like I couldn't wait till the end of that rep. Wow. Oh, basically failed that second set.
This is the worst time of day to train, but to be honest, listen, it's just hot and I'm busy this evening, Spencer's busy this evening, so this is the only time we can get done. Yeah, a bit of water, a bit of Lucozade, and then we'll talk through the session. Spencer is doing a 3K warm-up, and the session today is 6 times 800 meter. Normally we would do this on a track, but I actually had this sort of like, I don't know, it's not a cool idea. It's just 6 times 800 meter at VO2 max, and back in the past I've sort of said I think a really useful skill as a runner is not to always depend on GPS, not to always depend on track. You just find a loop or a grass field and you just run 6 times, whether it's 1 lap or a lap and a half, just pretty solid. Take your rest, take your recovery, and just see how you go. We're trying to work bit of VO2 max, we're trying to push the ceiling up a little bit. The reason this is happening today is because there was supposed to be a 10K race on Wednesday night which got cancelled because of the heat, but then you can't let the week go by without tapping into that stimulus. Let's see how it goes. So Spencer just said 425 per K, 135 pulse. It is really cool. This is, you know, probably day 50 of this sort of training. It takes time, but it is really fun for the athlete when those heart rates start to stabilize, and I know people get impatient with that, but you just have to stick with it. Be patient, it will happen. Just telling Spencer it's a good job he brought those keys with him, because there's nothing better than listening to a jinky old set of keys for an hour of your life. The way you take these racing lines running, at go-karting you'd be awful.
Let me show you racing line.
Get you on that racing line. Nah, maybe on like rep 4 or 5. How did it feel?
Quite fast. Good though.
We're into rep number 2 now. First rep was 330 per K. Spencer set off pretty hot. He said, I don't have splits, so we'll know a bit more splits at the end. But he's looking good. Hopefully he's feeling good. Obviously it is very hot.
Why does this keep pausing you?
So we're into rep 3. Rep 1 was 257 for the full lap. Rep 2 was 258 for the full lap. That's super consistent. Now what I love about coming here instead of the track, this is obviously a flat loop, but it's not perfect. You've got a few turns, you know, you've seen the sort of ground underfoot. Trust me, you have to listen to what I'm saying. It's just not perfect. And sometimes in life we're sort of seeking perfect, and it sort of seems almost ever since the Nike Breaking 2, we want the fastest loop, we want the fastest shoes, we want the fastest everything. Sometimes you just have to get on with it. Sometimes you just have to come to a loop like this, put in some real honest good work and just see how you go. And that's what makes today so special. It's not the fastest flat tarmac, perfect oval or the track, but you're still out there just putting in good work, good old-fashioned hard work.
Fucking hell.
How was that?
Hard.
That's 3.
328.
Yeah, 5 to go. Come on, get some fluids in there.
Okay guys, so before we jump back into the video, if you could do me a favor, like, subscribe. I also have a deal on at the minute on 262iq.com. I launched this to help runners possibly understand what they could do in between training to help them get better. It has all the training plans on there we've spoke about. It goes into some of the sort of detail of why they're sort of important. You can control your own volume, you can control your own sort of training paces, and that's based on your current fitness and your goal fitness. So it kind of progresses it in this gradual way versus throwing you in at goal pace too soon. I think that's super, super important. I think a lot of runners want to be better. I think a lot of runners are willing to sort of put in the time and put in the energy, but sometimes they just don't know what to do. They don't know what sort of things to put their time and energy into. And this is me sharing 20 years of experience working with some of the best athletes in the world, some of the best coaches in the world, and it's all packed into one sort of system. So check out 262iq.com and I think you'll love it. Let's get back to the video.
Now we're in the rep 4. Rep 3 was 2:59 for the lap. So you're looking at a 2-second shift between rep 1, rep 2, rep 3. We really need to keep these under 3 minutes. The 4th rep of 6, always the hardest. You guys are going to know this. This is when you're in the real meat and potatoes of the session. You've got to focus, you've got to hustle. Number 5, you can almost just grunt it out. Number 6 looks after itself. Number 4 will test you. Let's see if he can get under 3 minutes. Let's see if he can keep this consistent. He's hot. I'm sure his mouth's dry as can be, but he's doing really good. All under 3:30 per K so far. Good, good. There you go.
You know, 2 left, they can't be as fast as the first few. I won't be able to.
You've only lost like 3 seconds. 57 to 3:02, 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's not that much. You can do it. We're into rep number 5. Rep 4 was the slowest so far. We've lost about 5 seconds on that first rep. So it's probably safe to say we've lost.
Fuck!
What's wrong? Sick?
Sick, yeah. It's fucking full on.
The advice was make sure that that first rep is at a pace that you know for sure you can run the next 5 that little bit quicker. If you expose the body a bit too quick to a really hard effort like VO2 or aerobic power, your heart rate cannot possibly get up to VO2 aerobic power right away, and so you end up in debt. That's why you need to do a good warm-up. That's why rep 1 and 2, you have to almost take a little bit easier, even though it seems counterproductive because you're doing VO2 max, but you must let that heart rate come up. If you don't let it come up, you create what's called oxygen debt and you end up in trouble. Every rep after that often gets slower.
My tongue's literally stuck to my mouth. Coming.
When you're ready. We're into this final rep. 5th rep there was difficult for Spencer. My mouth's dry and all I'm doing is cycling. And I don't like to make light of situations like this. VO2 max is incredibly difficult at the best of times. Incredibly difficult. When you're going to push your body beyond the place that it can breathe comfortably, it is incredibly difficult. If you're going to throw in 30 plus degrees Celsius and you know it's not the type of training that you do all that often, just expect it to be pretty tough. What Spencer's doing is incredible here. Let's see how this last rep goes. Let's see if we can be between that 330 to 340 per K and finish this session out really well. So I can noticeably see the difference between almost rep 1 through now to rep 6. Spencer's sort of rocking and rolling a bit more. He's super strong muscularly, like for life, if you're doing weights for life, to look good, this sort of thing. But actually from a running perspective, you'll probably find that the core, the sort of trunk, the glutes, hip flexors, they probably need work. So now that he's tired, the body's just not supporting itself as well as it sort of was at the initial part of the session, rep 1, rep 2, and that all feeds in. This is where economy, efficiency, it all becomes super important. The running gym is boring as sin. Glute bridges, crab walks with a bloody TheraBand, but this is where it pays off. 3:03 for the lap. I was only 6 seconds slower in the first lap. Well, I just said to the camera that like VO2 max is always hard, but I mean mine was dry just biking around with you, so when you just add in the elements it's incredibly difficult.
Very hot.
Where you're feeling symptoms is almost not necessarily linked to fitness, it's just the
34
temperature,
degrees.
the elements are working against you. How'd you find it?
I found it difficult. 34, and it feels hotter than the actual temperature. Feels like 37. It's a lot, man.
What were you texting the group chat the other day about the temperature? I can't remember. Should I get the group chat up? Spencer has sent people are basically just being soft with the weather.
I'm talking about running a fucking speed session. I'm not talking about like going for an ice cream.
Probably read some of your quotes. I would agree. I think we get oversensitive to the heat. I think it is dangerous to be in like football stadiums and all the rest of it in like confined spaces. Most of the danger comes from not people drinking enough, you know, not looking after their health or their hydration outside of running. But it was very funny that he was moaning about people complaining about the heat, and here we are. But that was very, very tough. Very, very good session. I'll do something similar probably tomorrow. And yeah, I think he did really, really good. So look guys, that's job done. If I was given some advice, it would be find shade in between reps. It would also be in those sort of first couple of reps. Make sure you just set off a bit gentle. Let that sort of pulse come up. Let the body sort of work into the session. I will not blow too much smoke up Spencer's ass, but well bloody done. That was really, really impressive. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, do those other things, and take care.
Fuck you saying?